Well, there are some on the panel who think 5 years is just, and among them is Shailendra Singh, Managing Director of Percept. Among them is N Singh, former Police Commissioner Mumbai. Among them is Marc Robinson, who's joining us. He's a model and actor. And there's Abha Singh, who's also going to be joining us. And sometimes she says 5 years is just. There are some among us tonight who say 5 years is too harsh. Among them, making a second appearance on Newshour tonight, Soni, actor. Bharat Dabholkar, actor, joins us tonight. We have Nafisa Ali, who feels 5 years is too harsh. Rina Dhaka and Vipul Shah will also be joining us. Thank you very much. Let's open the debate. I start with the former Mumbai Police Commissioner, and then we'll just go with a straight debate. We'll have all the questions lined up on the bottom of our screen, which are coming in our minds tonight. Now, this judgment leaves Salman with no breathing room. N Singh. Just no breathing room. Do you think those who are arguing tonight that 5 years is too harsh are only being swayed by personal emotion or by the fact that they are Salman Khan fans? N Singh.
Well, the outburst of emotional support, particularly coming from the film fraternity, is quite understandable. I can understand and I can appreciate it. But that has nothing to do with the law and the administration of justice. If you go merely by the facts and the merit of the case, I think this is one of the finest judgments, in my opinion. A very correct judgment. In fact, one could argue that the punishment ought to have been a little more than 5 years. More than 5 years? Yes. You see, if you go on comparing this case with the previous cases where some lesser punishment was given, it doesn't take you anywhere, because the quantum of punishment depends on the circumstances of each case, and it differs from case to case. Now, in this case, unfortunately for Salman Khan, one may have sympathy for him and his family, but then, unfortunately for him, the way he tried to create his defense by waving, by having a web of lies and fabricated evidence and all that, and his own subsequent conduct post the accident, and the fact that he was heavily drunk, the fact that he was driving without a license, and all these attendant circumstances have created a kind of a situation where he has been fixed up. The 5 years, I don't think, is very harsh. It may look, well, he's a nice guy, a good guy. But doesn't matter. But that doesn't matter. Has no influence on the case. As far as the law is concerned, emotionality has no place to... So may I open up the debate here? The law has no emotions. Watch every word that he has said. Law has no emotions. Nafisa Ali, Soni, the law has no emotions, Bharat Dabholkar. And I want to start quoting now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start quoting, not selectively but appropriately, from the judgment tonight. There's one argument, good man being punished because he is a celeb. That's completely torn apart. In this judgment, which I will now quote, page number 121, it says, the ground put forth by the accused, that because of the pressure of the media, the accused is falsely implicated, does not appeal to the conscience of a prudent man. He has presented got-up witnesses. This is straight from the judgment tonight, you know. You can't question the judge here tonight. So, please, Soni wants to respond
my first response is
can you divorce your emotion from your argument tonight? Because the police commissioner is presenting a fairly rational
all I want
point of view.
From the law, Indian law, is that the guilty be punished. The punishment be according to the guilt, and not who the person is.
Where is that coming from? You see, for a second,
I'm coming to that. Is the fact that the man defends himself poorly. Are you going to punish him for that?
No.
Or for the event?
For the event.
Then what happens post
for the event? For the event.
So then what
for
happens?
His conduct, it said. No, for the argument is for his conduct.
Are you considering the post conduct, yes or no?
1 second. Can I read out from the judgment?
I think question or no? Are you considering the post conduct or post event conduct, yes or no?
I will. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Post event conduct. The post event conduct. Yes, I am. A question put to me tonight. A question put to me tonight. Shailendra, I'll let you come in. Soni, who's been arguing non-stop for Salman Khan since yesterday, says tonight, are you looking at his post-event conduct? To Soni, yes I am. And I will prove myself. I'll quote from the verdict. Page 205. Page 205 of the judgment, gentlemen. Page 205 of the judgment. I have this advantage over you. I have the judgment and you don't tonight. I'm going to use it to my advantage tonight to debate this point with you. Page 205, Bharat Dabholkar, feel free to come in. Shailendra, Nafisa, I'm not going to personally introduce anyone to come. As argued, the accused is a well-known actor and everybody knows him. I'm going to hold it up so you don't think I'm making this up. If, according to the accused, he did not commit the accident, then he could have convinced people that action will be taken against the driver. Because Salman says, I was not driving. Remember, Salman says Ashok Singh was driving. The accused did not wait for the police on the spot, but left the driver, left the spot. Instead of visiting the police station, the accused went to his house until 10:30 a.m. He hid himself.
But that is
let me continue, Bharat. This shows judgment, not me tonight. Circumstances against the accused about his involvement in the offence. If really the accused did not commit any wrong, Bharat Dabholkar, you can come in after this. He could have visited the police station immediately and lodged the information about the incident. It is pertinent to note that the accused did not take any positive steps by visiting the hospital to see the injured and provide medical aid to them or come to the spot again with the police.
But that Arnab, is about convicting him. That is about convicting him. What we are discussing right now is not about whether he should be convicted.
We're
discussing the quantum of the punishment.
Yes, we are discussing the sentence.
We are discussing the second part of this.
We are discussing the sentence.
Who is getting emotional? The judgment is getting emotional. For example, if I was in an accident...
Come on, please. Come on. MN Singh, no, this is not... MN Singh, is this fair to say the judge gets emotional tonight?
Yes. I said it in the beginning, in my opening remarks, that the quantum of the punishment is decided on the basis of the attendant circumstances of the case, both pre-event and post-event.
Yeah.
So, now, in this case, it has been very, very clearly brought out that he was heavily drunk.
The argument is about the conduct of the accused.
I think the debate today is about the quantum of punishment, not about whether he should be convicted or not.
Quantum of punishment will be linked to the conduct of the accused.
Okay, now here I don't have the judgment.
Listen, are we on that point? Quantum of punishment.
I want to know.
Quantum of punishment will be linked to the...
Please, if I am in an accident and I run away, I'm a chicken. I'm a coward. I run away. Are you going to hold me ill?
I'll tell you what the judgment says before I get MN Singh in.
Give me a moment. You know, when somebody of his stature...
But why is that inconsiderate?
Listen.
You cannot... He's a normal man. In front of God, he's a normal man.
Calm down.
Listen to him.
There are provisions in the law that if a policeman commits a crime, for the same crime, there is an enhanced punishment for him because he's supposed to obey the law more than anybody else. Now, if an iconic figure, if a celebrity, an important person commits a crime and tries to hide and run away from there and be in the mode of denial for so many years and use all kinds of subterfuges to delay the trial process, I think all these factors weigh very heavily against him.
But that is what
Salman Khan wasn't Salman Khan, he would not be tried right now.
No. I quote from the judgment. Gentlemen, I quote from the judgment again. Watch it.
That's about convicting him. We are not discussing the judgment.
We're talking about the quantum of punishment.
We are talking about quantum of punishment.
We're talking about quantum of punishment. Mark, you want to comment? Yeah.
No, we're talking about the quantum of punishment. Is 10 years or 5 years or 3 years too much or too little?
5 years. We're talking about 5 years.
We're talking
not
about 5 years.
Yeah.
Given the circumstances, as the Commissioner said, I think 5 years is fair.
You think 5 years is fair?
I think 5 years is fair because the amount of time that one has taken to arrive at this decision.
Yeah.
And having said that, apart from the time, the facts that have been proven by the Honourable Judge.
By the judgment.
In the court, going by the judgment. Going by the judgment. However, if I may, I like to bring a fact that if Sanjeev Nanda got 2 years and was let off, if Alistair was acquitted and got 3 years and is out right now,
that is the point.
Why is Salman right now? I want to know as a common man.
Fine.
Sure, fair.
Why is he getting 5 years?
I don't have the judgment, but I have got observations made by Supreme Court.
Can I quote from part of the judgment? The judgment says, quote, page 206. The judgment says, Shailendra and Nafisa, I know you want to come in. Feel free to come in, please. Our point is, the judgment says, point 392, it says, the accused is a renowned film actor. And he could do anything to provide help to the injured. If a ghastly incident takes place, and viewers think about what the judgment is saying. Make up your mind as I read this. The judgment says if a ghastly incident takes place wherein one person was crushed and 4 were injured, and in spite of that, the person whose vehicle was involved in the accident hid himself till he is arrested, this itself shows the conduct of the accused. Now, if this is therefore said in the judgment, not by me tonight,
I agree.
I'm only quoting tonight. If this is said in the judgment, if these are the observations of the court, and if he doesn't go to jail, what impression will be sent out? Yes, please, go ahead. Shailendra.
Arnab, for Salman's sake, can we see this dispassionately and understand the aspect that I think all the friends, family and fans of Salman are seeing this case for the sake of Salman Khan, the superstar, not the Salman Khan, the simple citizen of India, a simple human being. As a human being, you can possibly imagine what he's going through. The reason everybody is advocating that this judgment is too harsh or it should be lesser or more is the fact that he's a superstar. But the fact of the matter is that the man who committed the crime on the mistake is just a normal human being.
What we are arguing is not about that. What we are saying, I'll tell you what we are saying. We are saying that Supreme Court has said that the weakest part, this is a Supreme Court statement, that the weakest part in Indian criminal law is the punishment that is meted out, because a lot of discretion is left to the judges, which means that he can give him the minimum or the maximum, depending on what the judge feels he should do. So it's not about whether we feel it should be 5 years, that's enough or not.
The judgment that Arnab is holding in his hand,
the Supreme Court who says that.
Bharat, the judgment that Arnab is holding in his hand clearly explains the point of view of the judge. And the fact of the matter is that I don't think you and me can sit here and judge the judge. I think that's going to be ridiculous, to be honest. And the fact of the matter is that Salman has the option to appeal, he's going to do that. I think
why is he getting 5 years?
This whole issue is because his defense has
explain that why others have got 2 years, others have got off with only monetary punishment, and he's getting 5 years. Explain that.
We are not debating what Arnab has got as a judgment in his hand. That is conviction.
Are you serious that you're sitting here and judging the judge's decision?
No, we are saying
for everything. I think the judge has explained his point of view. The fact of the matter is that the judge has explained his judgment, that the way his defense handled the case is a major issue.
All right. Are we considering the conduct of the individual after the event, yes or no? And Arnab said, yes, we are considering. He did not help out. He ran away. What I'm saying, after that, how many lives has he saved? How many lives have you saved? How many lives have I saved?
What does that got to do? MN Singh. MN Singh.
You're going to judge.
No, I'm sorry. MN Singh. 1 second, 1 minute. I can, first of all, to all the viewers tonight, allow me.
I'm for
the Sanjeev Nanda and Alistair Pereira case. Salman Khan's judgment points to paragraph 85 of the High Court's judgment in the Alistair Pereira case, which says, and I quote, because everyone's saying tonight, Alistair Pereira case, why don't you look at that particular case in the context of this one? Alistair Pereira case said, punishment in substance should be punitive so as to act as a deterrent for commission of crimes and must be founded on the concept of reasonableness relatable to the given facts and circumstances of the case. So, one cannot say that because XYZ got a lesser quantum of sentence, Salman should get a lesser quantum of sentence as well. There are attendant circumstances in each case.
What are they?
You want me to read them out from the judgment?
What are the situations?
Do we know of any other case? Is there any other case?
No, let's stick to what he has
someone has got more than 5 years.
Arnab quoted the Alistair Pereira case. The court at that time even made a statement that there is no straight-jacketed formula for sentencing any criminal.
Alistair,
let me tell you, let me explain. This is not the way the law works.
Yeah.
The maximum punishment in such cases is 304 part 2 is up to 10 years, okay?
Yes.
In some cases it can go to life. In this case, say it is 10 years. There is nothing like a minimum punishment. So the spectrum is from bottom to 10.
Correct.
Now so how does the judge? Listen, how does the judge decide how much is the appropriate punishment in a given case? It decides, and it is decided on the basis of the attendant circumstances, the facts of the case, and the evidence and the conduct of the accused. So it is in that graded form. You can't say that since in Alistair Pereira case the punishment was 3 years,
absolutely
you must give 3 years. That's not the way. That's not the way the legal system works.
Sir, we completely agree with you.
That's not the way the legal system works. All this comparison
and talk of
consistency or inconsistency is meaningless.
So I've got a question for you.
He has a question, please. He has a question. I need to read out more.
I have a question for you. Given your experience, and which is vast, and it's a question that it's been bothering me and I need to ask you. Do you think that if Salman, when the judge asked him, after the judge delivered his verdict, Salman, guilty, Salman, you were driving under the influence of alcohol, no license, Salman, do you have to say anything? You just spoke about conduct. If Salman had said, Your Honor, I'm sorry for what I did,
Wouldn't have made a difference. That doesn't make a difference.
When the verdict is announced guilty, then the time is given to the defense to argue about the quantum of punishment.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this argument has taken place.
Yeah. You see, there are many parts, and I think I let Nafisa Ali come in. No, what's it? 1 minute. Gentlemen, what? Samir Soni. Just let us go through the judgment, please. I have also got the judgment some time back, and we have to go through it bit by bit and part by part. Yes, Nafisa Ali, first over to you.
Arnab,
go ahead, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Arnab, my biggest hope is, thank God that we have higher courts, because in my opinion, there are so many examples of atrocities on the common man. And if those are examples, then this judgment is, in my opinion, not as sensitive as it has been for others. And therefore, Salman, who as an individual was a young man, he was confused, whatever he did.
Confused?
Today, he's a changed person. It does not count.
What I'm coming to.
But he has to follow his defense lawyers. He has to follow his lawyers. They advise him. He is not even there. He's busy acting.
Defense,
other people are playing the
Miss Nafisa Ali.
Do you want India in jail?
That is not a defense, ma'am. That is not a legal defense, ma'am.
No, Miss Ali.
What kind of jails do we want?
That is not a legal argument, ma'am.
Yes or no? What sort of people do we want in jails?
No, that is not a legal argument, ma'am.
We want criminals. We want rapists. Pedophiles, we want terrorists, we want people who are dangerous to India.
Set a message.
No, that is not a legal argument, ma'am. That's an emotional argument.
I now quote, 1 second, Miss Nafisa Ali. Miss Nafisa Ali, this is a, I'm sorry to say, you are tonight, your argument is strung with emotion. Why don't this whole argument being presented? No, what's Miss Ali? Miss Ali, please, ma'am, please listen to me. Listen. I said with the greatest of respect to you. My point tonight is,
as a friend of Salman, I agree with you.
Bharat, my point tonight is, this can't be a discussion on. 1 second. We feel so sorry for Salman.
I appeal to the justice of India.
Ma'am, it's okay. This is the justice of India in our hands tonight. And here I quote now page number 45.
With people
1 second,
who deserve to be serving India.
1 second. Yes. And now the question goes, point number 45. Was he drunk? And what are his responsibilities then? The judge says, now question remains about knowledge. Judge says, you'll find this interesting, Mr. N Singh. As stated by me, the law imposes certain duties on any person that he should not drive the vehicle under the influence of liquor and also without license. Every person has the same knowledge.
Everybody knows
These are, 1 minute, ma'am, please. These are the important ingredients of section 304(2) of the IPC, culpable homicide not amounting to murder. So every person has knowledge about the above things, and the accused exhaustively cross-examined the complainant by putting questions that the accused was not driving the vehicle and he was not in a drunken state of health. So in my opinion, it will be safe to admit the evidence of Ravindra Patil. I want to put the picture of Ravindra Patil on the one side, in case in hand of the Indian Evidence Act. The ingredients of section 33 are fully attracted in our case pertaining to the evidence of Ravindra Patil. Now, Nafisa, just remember one at this point of time, there is a man called Ravindra Patil. And N Singh, I'm sorry to say this, all the anecdotal evidence which emerges of what happened to Ravindra Patil, because the life became very, very difficult for him, right? Ravindra Patil is no more today, right? He died there of a form of tuberculosis in penury, right? From a healthy man who was Salman Khan's bodyguard, right? He became he was reduced to being a bag of bones without any money. He went through mental turbulence. 1 second. Allow me to complete. Nafisa Ali, the law is same for all. Our emotions must be the same for all.
Yes.
The man is no more. This judgment tonight says that this man was not a liar.
No.
This judgment says tonight, N Singh, this man was not a liar. This 240 pages out here, N Singh, rest upon the testimony of a man called Ravindra Patil. Right? What did you tell me tonight. N Singh.
That everyone should be treated the same. But why are we setting an example of Salman Khan?
N Singh, nobody's setting an example. So is in that context of not just what happened to the victims, what happened to all the people who were the witnesses in this case? Right? What happened to Ravindra Patil? What happened to the ward boy who was called a drunkard? Right? What happened to all the witnesses who saw Salman get into the car? What happened to the person who died under the crane? All these things are there in this judgment today. How does this influence the way the courts will think?
Well, Ravindra Patil's evidence was the most important. He was the one eyewitness who was present there, and I understand he had advised Salman Khan against being so reckless. And but it was ignored, and that's how the reason why Section 304 Part 2 has been applied and held valid in this case is that despite the advice of a policeman, he totally ignored that, and he continued to drive in such a reckless manner. And I think that court has given due importance to his evidence, and on that has formed one of the very important bases on which the conviction has been awarded.
Well,
as far as the facts of the case is concerned, nobody ever doubted. Nobody doubts that he was guilty. The issue is the quantum.
We are not questioning conviction. I have here a Supreme Court judgment of 2013, where the Supreme Court has said in a Kerala state judgment, where they said there are no legislative or judicial guidelines to assist the trial court in meting out punishment for a same crime. There are no judicial or legislative guidelines given to a court. That means the judge has a complete discretion to decide whether it should be 1 day or 10 years.
But Prahlad, that is why he is called a judge.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't forget that he's a judge.
So he has a choice of giving
whatever dispense justice
punishment he wants.
What are we doing here? If he's the judge,
no, you are not a judge.
No, but you are not judging it. We are not judging it.
You can't be a judge.
No, we are not judging his decision.
Of course we are.
We are not judging his conviction. We
are judging the quantum of punishment. I think with all the good that Salman has done, and
I'm not talking about the good of Salman. I'm saying Supreme Court said no rules.
You have to give Salman.
That's again an issue which we need not bring in here.
You have to give Salman credit. He's a good guy. They've done good work.
No, I don't think
give him a quantum of
counts.
punishment.
As a lawyer, I would say that does not count.
Think about it. 5 years, think about it.
Okay, one second.
Salman has done a lot of good.
1 second. Is it as if...
Arnab, I asked the law of the land, what sort of people do we want locked away in jails?
What are you talking about?
If something has happened, penalize.
Yep, that's what is happening.
That's what is happening.
Don't
this is penalty.
Many things happen.
15.
What is this? This is penalty.
You penalize. That's
of course, this is penalty. But you can't say one second, Nafisa Ali. Sorry, Nafisa Ali. No. Sorry, Nafisa Ali. You can't say one second. Nafisa Ali.
I agree with you.
No, Nafisa Ali. This emotional argument doesn't work. Nafisa Ali, one second.
He's a very good friend of mine. I agree with you.
Justice for the common man. We want justice.
1 second.
I want justice for India.
Yeah.
I want justice for Salman. I want the Supreme Court that gave all these accident victims a chance. I mean, let the. We are not here to debate what the judgment should be. Yeah. We are here to appeal to.
We are here to discuss the judgment. We are here to discuss the judgment.
Do we want a jail? Do we want a jail to be stuffed with people like Salman Khan? Or do we want the...
I don't know. M Singh is saying...
He's a very close friend of mine. I agree with you, but that's not a legal case.
On a personal note, one may feel sorry and say sorry to the boy.
Make him work free for
He's a good Samaritan, but then he did not behave like a good Samaritan after the accident took place. No, I think he didn't behave like a good Samaritan after the accident. He should have been there to help the victim.
He has lived an exemplary life.
I think
he has as he has grown his service to
Nafisa Ali, please, ma'am, Nafisa Ali, listen to me, Nafisa Ali, please. Now,
but then there is
yes, Shailendra, you want to say something, Shailendra? 1 second. Nafisa Ali, I understood your point. Yes, Shailendra is saying something. I want to read out another part of the judgment. Welcoming into the debate Vipul Shah, filmmaker, and of course Abha Singh, who believes there should be a perjury case in this case as far as the driver Ashok Singh is concerned. Very interesting observations in the judgment on that, by the way.
See, the lawyers
right, 1 second. I now go to Shailendra Singh. What's your point, Shailendra? Shailendra, yes, Shailendra, what do you say?
Yeah, I think Nafisa ma'am, we all echo your sentiments, and I think the entire nation does. But at the end of the day, somewhere down the line, Nafisa ma'am, we have to give account to the fact that the way Salman allowed other people to handle this case for himself, it's been 13 years where there were multiple opportunities, and the fact of the matter is that today the entire nation
I don't
is
know if you
watching
know
and
Salman
comparing
Khan.
Salman as a
He
normal
doesn't
citizen of
know
India.
all these
While we all love him and we all want him never to go to jail, but the fact of the matter is that there is a law of the land, and yes, there is a judge at the Sessions Court, and that there is a judge at the High Court, and there is a judge at the Supreme Court.
I want that law of the land to take
Salman is going to fight this battle and finally win.
I want justice to prevail.
But I don't think that your point of view
can cut across the entire nation, ma'am.
Miss Nafisa Ali, let me very put it simply to you. Let's not be so. Miss, one second. May I remind you, please, 1 second.
We don't want him to go to jail.
Nafisa Ali, when the law is being established, if subjective factors like does somebody think he's a nice guy, should we take should we take a survey on how popular the person is?
It's not the media. It's not the
Nafisa Ali, can you restrain yourself for a minute, please? You're being carried away by your own emotion in this case. Nafisa Ali, please let me read out point number 430, page 237, point number 430. Let us not believe that the judiciary of this country is so superficial, please. Nafisa Ali, may I please, with your permission?
I believe in higher court.
Yeah, 1 second, please. One second. I believe in the courts of this country. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nafisa Ali, now you'll have to let me.
High Court gave a great job.
Can we please? Nafisa Ali, will you please?
But I don't think we can judge the judge.
I don't think this is helping, Ms. Nafisa Ali. I want to read out parts of the judgment, please. 1 second.
No, I'm not judging the judge.
Nafisa Ali, please, I'm requesting you to please, ma'am, please, can you hold on for a bit? Thank you. 1 second. Nafisa Ali, please hold on for a bit. 1 second.
But I don't agree that we silence here.
Don't be silent. Point noted. I just want you to allow a couple of people who haven't spoken to come into the debate. Page 237, point 430. Abha Singh, the judge says, now this is the critical part. Why is the judge giving 5 years? Is the judge whimsical? Is it just a gut feeling? Is the judge unfair? Is the judge carried away by positive or negative emotion? No. The judge looks at this case very carefully. He says, having given my anxious thought to the arguments advanced by the advocate, and also having regard to the nature of the offence and the manner in which the incident has taken place, I find the submission that he mentioned Salman's lawyer cannot be accepted. One cannot compare. Abha Singh, very important from your perspective. Vipul, please hear this. One cannot compare the punishment awarded in different cases. In some cases, punishment awarded not more than 2 years does not mean that in the present case also the court has to pass similar punishment.
I buy that.
Then I'm sorry, judges, absolutely right. If that were to be the case, sorry. You know what, allow me to complete this. If that were to be the case, you don't need judges. You need robots or photocopy machines.
I totally agree.
Sorry. The judge goes on to say, allow me, the judge goes on to say. Facts of every case are different, laid down by Division Bench of Honorable High Court in the Alistair Pereira case in para 85, which I just quoted. Right? The court has to consider the quantum of punishment guided by the accepted precepts of criminal jurisprudence. As Sri Shivade, Salman Khan's lawyer, made submission at bar that the accused deposited 19 lakhs in the proceeding in the Honorable High Court way back in 2002. In my opinion, in such a situation, it is not proper to direct the accused again to pay compensation. In other words, the court is saying, very intelligently, the court says, Abha, you paid money, 19 lakhs earlier. Don't think now, even if you pay 19 crores, that it will be accepted. Law is the law. The amount of money does not matter. Hence, in my opinion, he then goes on to give the judgment. Yeah, once. Abha, what does this read? Abha, you fought. You were punished 10,000 rupees yesterday.
I agree
but
with
what do you say about this judgment? This part of the judgment.
I was there in the court with. He is very correct. Yesterday I was there. His lawyers kept saying that we are ready to pay, as in the US, we will do community service, we are ready to pay more compensation. But you cannot equate life with money. Then every rich person will break the law with impunity and say, I'm ready to pay money.
Why has it been done in past?
I mean, is it a joke?
It has happened in past.
And secondly, they're talking of money.
Meaning.
Let me tell you.
Explain the
For the last 13 years, he's been out.
No, you explain the difference.
And there is no negative equality in law.
What is the explanation?
There's no negative equality. And one more thing. He's been out for 13 years. He's allowed to be out. He will earn more money. 5 years imprisonment.
That's his legal right. You did not do him a favor. No one did anyone favor to Salman Khan. It's legal right to fight his own case and defend himself.
He's not doing a favor.
Who's doing him a favor?
And what being human, you make an innocent driver, you exploit his poverty.
So he at that point in time runs away. If I'm scared, are you going to put me in jail for being scared?
Poverty is exploited.
What nonsense is that? If I'm scared, I say, if I have an accident, I'm scared of being mob lynched. If you run away home, are you going to put me in prison?
If you are scared and if you choose to be scared.
It is your money.
Mob lynching.
Self-preservation always persists. You always worry about
Was there a situation where he need to have got scared and run away? There was none.
Yes.
No, one second. Getting an interesting perspective into this.
And one more thing, Arnab,
I'm still reading the judgment. Carry on. I'm just getting into the part where Ashok Singh is described as a got-up witness.
The accident took place at 2:45 a.m. Mumbai police let him go off for 12 hours. His medical was done after 12 hours, and after 12 hours, 0.06 mg was found. So they gave him opportunity to be away for 12 hours.
Speak to police, don't hold it against Salman. If there has been some irregularity, please speak to the legal.
What she is saying is that even after 12 hours, 14 hours, the level of alcohol in his blood was very high. That is what she means.
We're just debating why 5.
All of this.
The judge has said that you can't use the same benchmark. I want to know what is the difference. I agree that just because one person's got 2 doesn't mean every accident. One accident prone will get 2.
One sec.
What is the difference?
I think what is the fundamental issue out here from the reading of the judgment that I get here, that the court has also, felt very strongly about this Ashok Singh character being brought in, right? What I call, ladies and gentlemen, with some respect, what I call Vipul parachuted alibi.
Yes.
Vipul, parachuted alibi, this parachuted alibi theory was strongly disproven. And the court seems to get an impression from this that the defense has been far from honest through the years. And I want to read out something, Vipul. I know that you are here tonight to support Salman Khan. I don't expect you to change your mind. But I want to read out a part of the judgment. Do I have your permission, Vipul? Are you hearing me? Because you're coming into the debate late, 9:47 p.m. I want to read out a part of the judgment to you, Vipul. It says, page 116, and only Times Now has a full copy of this judgment. Page 116.219 of this judgment, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. So, having regard to the defense evidence, I am of the opinion that the said witness appears to be DW1. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, I'll hold it up for you. Because some of our panelists are looking at me in a way as if these papers are being made up tonight. That the said witness, DW1, appears to be a got-up witness, that too after a period of 13 years. It has been brought on record that Ashok was driving the vehicle. Such defense evidence cannot be accepted as it is not probable, appealable and agreeable to the conscience of the common prudent man, hence it is liable to be discarded straight away. The court is very, very upset. The court almost seems to be insulting at the fact that you produce a witness.
If I may add something to that.
Yeah, please.
I read in some newspaper when soon after this man's Ashok Singh's evidence was recorded.
Yeah.
His wife was interviewed by the press.
Yeah.
And she says, I am very proud of my husband that he has proved his loyalty to Salman Khan and his family.
Proved his loyalty in what sense?
Loyalty to the family. Yeah. Now, if that is the kind of a thing, the inference is very obvious. Yeah. That he was all a cooked up witness was brought much before after that.
What the husband was trying to do, the wife is proving. Vipul, tonight, therefore, the question to you is this.
Yes.
Without doubt, you have sympathies for Salman. A lot of people, at a personal level, a lot of people like him. A lot of people have sympathy for him. But this whole case could not have happened this way. So many lies could not have been uttered. So many mistakes could not have been made. So much could not have been covered up without Salman's own approval. We have to be clear to that, Vipul, right? So while you feel sorry for him, how sorry can you really feel, Vipul?
No, there are lots of issues in this. If you know personally Salman at all, if you know him, and my argument may sound totally wrong, but if you know Salman, there is a very high chance that he is not aware of any of this. That's the kind of
aware of what?
He is.
No, not aware
Having
of what?
Said that,
not aware of this. Not aware of this
you
witness
are saying
theory.
that he's party. he is party to this legal defense strategy or whatever. He might not be even involved in that.
How could he not be involved? One second. When a person comes out, a fully grown 49-year-old man, sorry, a 49-year-old man, adult, perfectly intelligent, capable of handling himself, India's reigning superstar, does not know that 1 month back a man mysteriously appeared. He does not know whether Ashok Singh, what he's saying is true or false. He does not know who was driving the car. He does not know this whole Ashok Singh angle, a got-up witness. He never knew about the got-up witness.
No. I'm saying my argument may sound wrong to you, but I know him. And a lot of people who know him would agree with me that in all possibility, he was not even aware of what defense was going to do. That is a possibility. I'm not sure. I was not party to that, so I can't make a judgment. But knowing him, I can probably think that he can do something like this. But the larger question...
I want to debate that. 1 second. I want to debate that. I want to understand and I want to read out what has happened. He did not know anything what is happening in this case. He did not know that a large team of lawyers, many very expensive...
I did not say that. I said there is a possibility. I said there is a possibility. Knowing him, I can assume things like this, and many who know him would think like this. But my argument may sound totally wrong.
No, it may not sound totally wrong. It presumably is totally wrong. Vipul. You know, how can you say that Salman knew nothing of these lies? No, if lies are put out, I see two arguments coming out from Nafisa. I find an argument he's a good man. From you, I find an argument he never knew. Yes, Nafisa? You're saying something, Nafisa?
No, I did not say.
I want to say something. When you have all these cases,
I just said one thing.
If you have all these cases and you
knowing him, I am assuming it can be a possibility and it might not. I'm not privy to that conversation. I'm not aware what happened. I'm just making a counter theory, and that may sound wrong to you or to everybody else.
I personally feel
people who know him will agree with me. That's all I'm
really messed up.
No, but
that's why I'm so
he did not know.
Harish Salve went to High Court.
I'm not making
what you think. You think tonight. One second. Shailendra is coming into the debate. You're saying tonight, gentlemen. 1 second, gentlemen, ladies and
gentlemen. And then we have the Supreme Court.
1 second, please.
Because I just want the justice legal system to protect and make examples and make right. So many young people get drunk and they kill their friends. Kill themselves.
I mean, that's not the point, ma'am. That's not the point here. I think we are deviating from the point that we are discussing here, ma'am. I'm sorry, but we are discussing.
What is the point here? The key witness.
The point is, he is convicted.
Your point tonight. No.
We are debating, is the quantum of punishment correct?
High Court and Supreme Court should be there.
It must be made clear.
See,
as far as this case is concerned,
only High Court and Supreme Court only has those brand lawyers who are charging per appearance.
Nafisa, please.
that doesn't matter. It is very important.
Nafisa, let's have a serious discussion, please. Nafisa Ali, please. Let us have a serious discussion. I don't want to raise my voice with you, ma'am. But please understand this, Nafisa Ali. This kind of with respect, ma'am. I'm sorry to say, this is a silly argument that people get drunk and kill themselves, so don't take it very seriously.
Arnab, I want to say,
it's a little
I don't want people to drink and drive.
Please, I want to say something.
Please, ma'am, let's go back to the serious debate. Please, can I please go back to the debate, please? Can we just put everyone on the window?
I want friends to be vigilant.
Let me first.
I want Salman to become an example. Don't drink and drive.
Okay, Nafisa.
In fact, in Mumbai, drunken driving cases have come down after the awareness. Let me tell you, in Mumbai, the cases of drunken driving have come down.
I'm glad.
This court says, this judgment says, Nafisa, I heard you, please.
You will be jailed.
Can we please get others in?
As a deterrence. This case is a deterrence.
Nobody's saying don't be jailed.
Vigil is a deterrent.
1 second, please. Can I please, Bharat, this goes on. Nafisa, please. Abha, wait for your turn. Wait for your turn. I now want to read page number 228. You'll find it interesting, please. Can we go back to the serious debate, please? Page 228. I'll read out here, okay? The vehicle was in speed, and while taking the right turn, the accused lost his control, went straight to the people sleeping in front of the American Express laundry, amounting to rash and negligent driving. Even the accused was not in a position to think. in order to apply the brakes. In other words, Salman was not in a position to think after reading all the evidence. This is not some. And the vehicle climbed the stairs after crushing one Nurullah and injuring 4 persons. It goes on to establish from the judgment tonight, and for everyone, read the facts of the case, that the accused must have been a little tipsy because of the drinks he had consumed some time back. It is indeed extremely difficult to assess or judge when liquor would show its effect or be at its peak. It varies from person to person. This is so straightforward. Salman was horribly drunk at the time of the incident. So, look at this case very rationally. Shailendra, I want to bring you back to the debate. He was drunk, he was driving, he lost control, he didn't help the accused, he didn't go to the police station,
Arnab, tonight
he fled the scene of the crime. Shailendra, let me just come. Fled the scene of the crime, and 13 years later, cooked up a story that I was trying to, I wasn't actually, I was protecting a driver who never appeared for 13 years. I was actually, being the front man for somebody else. After all of this, right, how does this whole argument about whether 5 years is too much or too little, or bail or jail, take a different turn? Once Shailendra and then everyone else. Shailendra first, please. Yeah, Shailendra.
I think, Arnab, the representation of the facts, the way you put them, are unquestionable. And I think just not you, me, and the panelists, but I think the entire nation completely agrees with the facts. Now the debate and the questions that have been going back and forth on judging the judge's judgment, I think it's completely futile.
We are not judging the judge's judgment. No, we are not,
for Salman to appeal, which is no, hang on. Yeah, quantity, not quantity. Fact of the matter is that tomorrow High Court can let him go. So there will be another debate. But I'm telling you one thing truthfully, that Salman possibly did make this mistake. But the fact of the matter is that if today Salman is watching this debate, he would do all of this very differently. And that's the reason he's a fantastic human being now. And Arnab, if you ever get him on a show, promise you, I don't think he was privy to this whole strategy. Because if you saw in the court, he held his head down when his lawyers talked about his 45 crores for being human charity work that he spent, or even his illness. He's a man of pride and he's a man of integrity. So I believe that he would have done this differently, and Vipul has a point somewhere down the line that I don't think Salman is in control of his destiny in this case.
No, who wants to come in? Mark, please.
You just read the judgment where you said that he was not in a position to think.
Yeah, according to the judge,
If a man is so drunk, not in a position to think, how can he help people? All right? His initial reaction would be to run.
Yeah, so you are in a position to think enough to run.
No, he'll be Arnab, he'll be lynched. He'll be lynched.
No, watch.
Arnab, mob mentality. Here's a guy, as per the judgment, not in a position to think, drunk. He's being attacked. Fear for his life. He could have got lynched. He would have got killed. Natural reaction is to flee.
No, watch. Just a minute. N Singh is responding.
Let me tell you the scientific fact. That a drunk man only loses his sense of balance. He is not out of his mind.
Sir,
let him complete.
This is the established fact of science. I'm telling you, and the law.
I'm telling you.
Now, you see, he ran away because he fully knew the consequences of what had happened, what he had done. Listen to me, my dear. Let me complete what I'm saying. I know you are bound to support him.
No, sir, but if you know Salman Khan, he will not run away from a fight.
No, it's not a fight.
He was being lynched.
Let me tell you.
Who was lynching him? Don't make this argument.
I think let's stick to a legal point in this.
That's your surmise.
Okay, now,
when you say he's being lynched, that's your surmise, Mark.
But there was a mob mentality.
No. Don't call those who are victims, they were not a mob.
Let me tell you, now what we are discussing, we have all agreed, more or less, that it was a correct judgment as far as his conviction is concerned. The issue being debated is the quantum of punishment.
Yes.
Right? Now, having established that this man was guilty, Salman Khan, a good man otherwise, we all agree to that. Now, you see, unfortunately, when somebody of his stature,
why is that a point?
Listen to me, my dear. Why I'm paying him compliment. You must accept it. You must appreciate this.
Then I will.
Even though he's a convict. For me, I'm a police officer. He's a convict for me.
Absolutely.
But I still say, as a human being, he's a good guy, and I know him. I know his father. I know his family. But that doesn't mean that I should be shameless to just defend his...
point is taken. Sir, point, please continue. Let him complete his point. Sir, he's making a point. You can argue after that.
Let me tell you. Now, in my opening remark, I said that there could be a case to say that there could have been a harsher punishment or more punishment, more than 5 years.
Yeah, sure.
why, when such people, educated, urban people, responsible people, people who hold high respect in the society, are expected to respect the law and follow the law. When such persons indulge in such open complete defiance of the law, I think the law must take view more
seriously. Let's argue this. Before you come in. Before you come in.
Like I said, if a policeman commits a crime, in the law itself there is a provision
I argue differently in this case, and I present another perspective. Please, just consider this. I present another perspective. Now there are a lot of people who are watching.
Set an example for people to respect.
Sure. Samir, before coming to you, I'm presenting a question to you.
The objective of the fact of keeping it as an example in front of people is what his point is, which may or may not be right.
Why him?
No, let me argue.
All of you.
Anybody.
Anybody.
So tomorrow Arnab has an accident.
More than anybody, those of us who have public opinion, who are trying to influence the public opinion.
No, what's anyone?
So is Salman the fall guy?
It seems like it.
Are you answering the question? Are you answering the question? The question here is this. 1 second, gentlemen. Just please let us. What have I been saying from the beginning of this argument? You see, this is a different case because he's a superstar. So because he's a superstar, he's very popular. He has a lot of fans. Tonight, there will be 90% of people who will be saying, not bad, doesn't need to go to jail. Okay? He suffered enough. That's the whole argument, right? What is Nafisa's argument? Good person, good human being, good heart. Fantastic. My point tonight is, these have no impact at all on the sentencing in a case such as this. And second point, just please remember, the defense arguments fell flat with this court judgment. That is proof that all the evidence against Salman is tandem to the punishment which has been extended. Right? Culpable homicide not amounting to murder, ladies and gentlemen, think again, amounts to a maximum punishment of 10 years, not 5.
The other
point is, case that you quoted, just 1 minute. I agree that if someone commits a crime, he got to be punished, but the punishment should not depend on who he is.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying it's irrelevant. Your entire argument is who he is. Your entire argument. Can I bring Abha into this?
You made a point, and I asked you a simple question.
Since yesterday I've made one point. Who he is doesn't matter. So whether or not you think he is good, doing a good job, being human, has a good heart, is a good Samaritan, nice otherwise, comes from a good family, has no irrelevance to this. The fact is, and I now read.
Why are 20 vans sitting outside his house covering everything he does right now? Why are we sitting here and discussing
that? Has no impact on the judge. That has no impact on the judge.
He's a superstar. That's why.
That has no impact on the judge.
Of course it is.
It can equally be argued that tomorrow.
If someone died or somebody else, we would
do not be patronizing, please. In fact, in this particular case, and I say case after case, what has Times Now's line of argument been? Our viewers who watched our coverage of the Arushi case remember that at that point of time when the whole world said, not one person came out and asked what was happening to the domestic servants who were accused of the murder. How many people stood up for them? Let me ask tonight, is Bollywood out of touch with the reality of this country? How many Bollywood personalities turned up to support the domestic servants who were being vilified at a national level and being called murderers, including by a section of the media?
How many charities does Times Now run?
Similarly, we are a news channel. Don't ask me relevant questions. The question is page 229. Page 229, please. One second. Argument is, when he says, I hold him guilty, punishable under section 304, 338 and 337 of the IPC. Accused, why does he say? Judge says this, ladies and gentlemen. Accused was not holding the valid license and therefore he also committed an offence punishable under section 181 of the Motor Vehicles Act. Accused has also failed to provide medical help to the injured. Accused has also failed to give information. Accused has failed to give report to the police about the incident, thereby accused committed offence under punishable under 187 of Motor Vehicles Act. Accused also had alcohol notice to the extent of 0.062% mg, which is exceeding 30 mg per 100 ml. Therefore, accused also committed an offence punishable under section 185 of the Motor Vehicles Act. Right? And this is the point where he goes to the point of sentence. The court has laid things out. Vipul wants to come in. The court basically says, not a case of rash and negligent driving, Vipul, without a license, under the influence of alcohol. The point is that, when you do that, it is with full knowledge that you can endanger somebody's life. And these have been held in many cases tonight.
But we are not debating this, Arnab. We are not debating this. We are discussing the same case that you just mentioned about Alistair Pereira.
Can I make a point, please?
Yeah, okay.
Can I make a point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I make a point?
Go ahead, Vipul.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, go ahead.
The point is that everybody is talking about that because he is a celebrity, he should not be punished or he should not get any leeway.
No, nobody spoke a celebrity argument. Vipul, can I speak?
Let me also tell you.
Vipul, I just want to clarify one thing to you.
Just give me one sentence.
I want to clarify one thing and you continue. Yeah. Vipul, I want to tell you that this thing. That since yesterday, we've been covering the case, I have made one point. Our viewers of Newshour know this. Do not victimize Salman Khan because he's a celeb.
Yes.
Anybody, I'm saying this tonight, anybody who says, let us make an example of Salman Khan is absolutely foolish.
Absolutely. Right.
You cannot do this to make an example of Salman Khan. Treat Salman Khan like a normal citizen.
Yes.
If a normal citizen were to get bail tomorrow, give him bail.
Yes.
If a normal citizen were not to get bail tomorrow, don't give him bail.
Absolutely.
Do you agree with me, Vipul?
100%.
Vipul, do you agree with me?
You will see, I agree, I totally agree, and let me make a point, and you will see tomorrow, if he gets bail tomorrow, the half of the media, big section of the media will go around saying, because he is celebrity, High Court has given him
I'm sorry, not this media. One second. Let me tell you one thing. After reading this judgment, Vipul, let me tell you one thing. After reading this judgment, after reading this judgment, one second. It's not a question of the media. I agree with you. The media is irrelevant in this case. One second.
Media is absolutely irrelevant.
The argument tonight is this.
No, media makes a huge impression.
No.
Yeah, but they're irrelevant here in this case. It doesn't matter what they feel.
Trust me.
It's a legal case. Media is not the law.
Vipul, trust me. We're going to be broadcasting live tomorrow 9 a.m. Trust me.
Yes.
This is not about the media, Vipul. This is about justice. And I have said yesterday that I think it is admirable. If it is true what has been reported, Vipul, that in the court when there was an attempt to link his work of charity to an attempt to cut down his sentence and to appeal to the court for mercy, Salman Khan stood up and said, don't do that. I think that's fantastic.
Yes.
I think if Salman Khan stood up there, Vipul, and he said, what I did in being human, don't try and link it to getting a lesser sentence. There is no barter going on here. Superb that Salman did that.
Yes.
Right. But then as a citizen of this country, when Salman stands tomorrow, then remember, Vipul, you and all members of the Bollywood fraternity must also tomorrow, if there is an argument that is a superstar convicted of culpable homicide, not amounting to murder, rash and negligent driving, causing hurt by endangering life, causing grievous hurt, mischief, damage to property, driving vehicle in contravention of rules at great speed, I'm reading, after consuming alcohol, with the punishment of cancellation of driving license, should that person be given bail immediately? And if tomorrow the court says no, in these circumstances, Vipul, right? Abhaji, in these circumstances, you can't give him bail.
Yes.
Then I also want to know from you tonight, Vipul, and all of Bollywood, all of Bollywood tomorrow, that you will not clip and cry and say this is because he was a superstar, right? Vipul, is that agreed?
No, he stands a fair chance to get bail because he has not jumped his bail. He has come to the court whenever he has been called.
Exactly.
He is not going to run away from the country. Arnab, he has a fair chance to get bail because he fulfills the parameters that it says that you will not abscond, you have not committed any offence in the 30 years.
Yes.
Because your bail, of course, the court says bail is a right.
Yes.
So if he gets bail, we are not going to say that why he got bail. But he has to undergo the sentence. He has to go the under sentence. You have to accept that he culpable homicide was committed and the punishment meted out to him.
No, I don't.
We are trying to become leaders. Trying to become defense counsel. No. I am absolutely opposed to this debate. I am absolutely opposed to this idea of making any kind of an appeal and issuing any kind of a promise. Let the court do its work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very unfair.
I don't think the news
are indirectly trying to influence public opinion and influence the judiciary.
No. Singh, tell me.
Let justice prevail.
Yes,
let it be fair
I agree.
to all.
Let justice prevail.
Now, N Singh,
that is
now you have, as a police commissioner, in your many years as a public servant. Yeah, of course, Nafisa. In your many years as a public servant, you've seen many cases like this. What I find amazing about this case is that the court of the Sessions Court, this case 240 of 213 against Salman Salim Khan, 49 years old, is a case study in the independence of the Indian judiciary. Yes. And from what I have read, I can hand this over to you after that.
This is a case study. Why don't you look at Sanjeev Nanda case? That's the bigger case study, where the police also ran over and killed, and all the 6 people are killed. Why don't you?
See, well, madam, but I am not in agreement with it.
Also ran over and killed. N Singh will respond.
I also feel that he was let off very lightly.
That was given to
I would also feel he was let off very lightly.
People.
In fact, he should have been tried for a murder charge.
Who are we to judge?
Nanda,
there is nothing called negative equality.
It does not mean that since he got 3 years, this man also should get 3 years or 2 years. No.
That's not
if you were to ask me, I will say Nanda got away very lightly.
I agree.
And it was a disgrace.
Oh, really?
I agree with Mr. Singh.
And as far as Alistair Pereira is concerned,
he also got away very lightly.
No, one second.
The man should have been tried and put on a
one second. Can I please?
That's not democracy.
One second. Don't, please understand, we are all proud of this democracy.
Let us not make an appeal here. Let us not try to influence the High Court.
Let the
High Court.
I don't think High Court gets influenced by the news outlets.
Nobody here to make
all due respect to Arnab, I don't think High Court gets influenced by Arnab.
We are using this platform to make an appeal.
I now want to present to you.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, one second.
Yeah, do justice.
If you believe in such a slogan, then we believe in it.
If the High Court gives him bail, I have no comment. If High Court rejects his bail application, I have no comment.
Shailendra Singh and Abha, I want to get you back into this debate. One second. One very important point. Since yesterday, Shailendra and Abha and to the others, Vipul as well, one point is made repeatedly. What happened in the case of Alistair Pereira? You know what people have forgotten, Shailendra and Abhaji? There's one basic difference between the case of Alistair Pereira and this case. You know what that point is?
He was tried under 304A.
No, sir. I give you a second. Okay, you're the. Okay. Since you're answering tonight, I ask you.
He was tried and convicted under 304A, where the punishment is only 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's how he got away lightly. Yeah. He should have been tried under 304 Part 2.
No, there's another critical difference between the Alistair Pereira case and the Salman Khan.
He admitted his guilt.
Absolutely. At no point in 13 years between 2002 and 2015, which is why this case is actually going to be studied legally for a very long time. At no point in 13 years did Salman Khan accept that he was driving the car. That is a critical difference, Shailendra. You see, when a person owns up versus when a person, many people said tonight. Point is, Salman did not admit he was driving. Alistair Pereira told the Bombay High Court from the judgment, I was driving.
That's a
critical difference. That's where Salman made a huge mistake.
No, but does
what
that
do you
matter
say?
Legally?
Shailendra, let him give a comment on that, then we'll get the legal standpoint. Yes, Shailendra. Shailendra.
Arnab, that is where this has been gone all wrong. I promise you, I'm telling you, like, if Salman was in control of his defense strategy, I promise you there is no way he would have landed in this mess. He's a man who owns up for his actions. And the entire, I'm completely flabbergasted at his legal advisors. How dare they do what they did?
No, I don't agree. I don't accept that.
Outright in the court.
I don't accept that.
That's why he's...
Shailendra, Singh
I think it is a very fallacious argument. You are trying to make a lot of concessions here. And I do not think that we should be very fair to the advocate also. Advocate and the family together have decided this strategy. No advocate would know who was driving unless Salman Khan and his family say this man Ashok Singh was driving. How does the defense lawyer know who was driving?
Yeah.
Sir,
he is produced by the family.
Sir, for all due respect,
and the driver's wife.
In this case,
if I want to study the law,
let us be fair to the defense lawyer. We have been condemning the defense.
How much of this, therefore, Abha? How much of this, therefore, is about whether Salman admitted his guilt? One question coming from a lot of people. Now, you've been on the contrary side in this case.
Does honesty count legally?
That's what I said initially.
Does the legal system take into account honesty of a person in admitting
Should I read out to the viewers the part about Altaf and Ashok? Now, Altaf, I want to tell the viewers. Altaf is the person. Altaf is the driver. Shailendra, listen, it's very interesting. Altaf is the person who drives the car up to JW Marriott Hotel in Juhu. Right? Ashok now comes after 13 years and says, I was driving the car back from JW Marriott and I'm responsible for the accident. Here's a very interesting part of the verdict. Verdict says, In our case in hand, no suggestion was given to the complainant Patil that Altaf was driving the vehicle from the house of the accused up to Rainbar and therefore to JW Marriott. No suggestion was given to complainant Patil that Altaf felt giddiness, because what the Salman Khan said, my driver felt giddy, and hence he went away and Ashok came. So this court says no suggestion was given to the complainant that Altaf felt giddiness and informed Ashok in the night to come to JW Marriott to take Salman back to his house, which means the whole Ashok Singh theory is falling apart. No suggestion is given that Ashok then drove the vehicle, and while driving the vehicle by Ashok, tire burst, thereby Ashok could not control the vehicle, resulting in the incident. No suggestion was given that it was a pure accident and Ashok was not at fault. The court minutely goes through all this, which can only be called this piece of fiction that the Khan family or Salman Khan's lawyers presented about Ashok, and the court says nothing doing. I don't believe you. I don't believe. They say it's a got-up witness, so I really don't know why the case of perjury is not being followed. If a got-up witness is produced, which means you cooked up a witness, which means either the witness lied on his own or has been persuaded to lie.
But the court has given
I asked tonight, what is the price of lying to the court? If he's a got-up witness, which means either he's got up on his own or has been influenced by some others to present a false evidence before the court.
The court has given a reason for that also.
The court has given it, but it's a big charge. So tonight, the
perjury charge cannot be fixed without the permission of the court.
Two basic mistakes by Salman Khan. Not owning up and then presenting a cooked-up witness.
Who has to decide.
Abha has a point on that. Abha.
I don't know if not owning up is such a major thing here.
The statement which was given to the court said that Salman was driving the vehicle, and the law is very clear, 340 CRPC, that if the court feels that false evidence has been given, it has been fabricated, then punishment needs to be meted out. In judicial proceedings, giving false evidence, imprisonment is up to 7 years. So perjury needs to be sorted out. Not only Ravindra Patil's statement, Kamal Khan, who was in the vehicle, he gave a statement to the police on 5th October that Salman was driving, Ravindra Patil was sitting next, and he was behind, and his deposition was not taken. It was a conscious decision by the Salman Khan family to introduce Ashok Singh, exploit his poverty, and try to go scot-free, but it boomeranged.
I think what is as I'm reading more about this case, yesterday I said the most amazing thing is nobody ever asked who was driving the car. It was said Salman is not driving the car, and till April 2015 we didn't know who was driving the car. So we were all under this impression, or at least nobody really pursued the question, was the car driving itself. Some people found it funny. The car does not drink. The car does not do drunk driving. The car does not decide to turn right and run over people. The car does not decide then after that not to help the people it has run over. I said that yesterday in all seriousness, Vipul. In all seriousness, Shailendra, I said that yesterday. But the second most amazing part of the Salman Khan story, if I may say, is, I don't know, who is this Kamal Khan and where on earth is he? Where on planet earth is he? 13 years have passed. The most critical witness, Vipul, the most critical witness is nowhere. Some people say he's in London. You know where he is? Does anyone know who is this Kamal Khan? What are his whereabouts? Who is he and where is he? And by the way, why has he disappeared?
He's a singer.
No, why?
UK based.
If he's a UK based singer, is it so difficult?
And this is the film fraternity. This is how they stand together, Arnab. That is how the film.
That is critical. The police have summoned him. The court would have summoned him.
There is no mafia here.
But why didn't the court summon him?
No, what's that?
I take objection to generalization of Hindi film industry stands behind the wrong. It's a very wrong statement to make. Nobody from the film industry has come and said that justice should not prevail. So that's a very unfair statement.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
I agree with that.
You are not saying that he committed an offence. Not one tweet has come that Salman committed an offence and he has been punished.
You are
only saying that people who sleep on the footpath are dogs. You are saying that no, but that is what the film industry. You are going and standing with Salman Khan. Have you said that justice has been done?
Everybody in the film industry
has been done.
Madam, even when somebody is hanged, the mother or the father goes and see them getting hanged. If today one of us is suffering, we will go and show our solidarity.
That is fine, but you are trying to say
so that has got nothing to do with what we have. That has got nothing to do with our comment on judiciary. We have not made a comment on the judiciary that it was wrong. Please say.
Can I say something? One second. Can I come back into this debate, please?
That the judge was wrong. It is wrong.
One second. Can I come back, please? 1 second. I asked a very clear question. In fact, if I ask something, can I say something? I never, I don't do batting for the media. I also think the media is guilty.
Please get Kamal Khan.
I'm saying tonight, why did nobody ask where is Kamal Khan? How can a man just disappear into thin air, for God's sake? It's sad enough in this country that we are not able to pursue where black money is, that we are not able to find out why Kwataroki disappeared, that we are not able to find out why, most of the greatest criminals of this country disappear abroad and are never seen back. It's, and it's also strange that his country, Dawood, wanted to come back and some politicians stopped him from coming back. But I think one of the abiding mysteries, or why we don't know, for God's sake, whether Netaji was killed or whether he died in an air crash, and we're talking about this so many years later, but on a very basic level, I'm shocked. We can't find Kamal Khan, the most critical witness in the most high-profile case. Shailendra, no, we can't find him.
That's a reflection on the prosecution.
Yeah, of course it is a reflection on the prosecution.
What were they thinking?
N Singh, where is the prosecution in this case? Where is Kamal Khan? How can it be so difficult? Were summons sent out for him? Were his whereabouts found? Did the Mumbai police follow him up everywhere? Even tonight, I think some people might turn around and say, how can the case be complete without knowing? Where is Kamal Khan?
You are blaming the prosecution without knowing the legal process.
No, I don't hide behind process, sir, with respect. With respect, don't hide behind process.
When the prosecution closes its case of examining witnesses, then later the defense follows and gives its own set of witnesses.
Sir.
Now, how would you, even media, know Kamal Khan is going to be examined as one of the...
Because he was not examined.
No, but the defense need not disclose.
Did the prosecution examine?
The defense need not.
Sorry. I have a list, sir. Sorry, sir. I always have the papers. 1 second. Let me share this. In page number 30.
You can find out now.
I want to find out now. Of 5,000 rupees that he will come and depose to the court.
What's a page number 13? Viewers, please find this very interesting, viewers. And I'm asking,
witnesses are also paid by the government to come to the court.
N Singh, I'll tell you something. My experience is, unfortunately, that when the politicians and the prosecution and everyone wants to go after a case, they do. When they don't want to go after the case, they don't.
If the media wants to go after the lawyers,
but Arnab,
I'm asking.
Last night you went after the lawyers.
Arnab, the Times did carry an article asking where's Salman Khan.
Where's Kamal Khan? Relevant point then in that case. Mark, it's a relevant point. Viewers, please see here tonight. Viewers, page number 13 tonight. Page number 13 to the viewers. I wish I could share this. I wish I could share this copy with the viewers tonight. They'd know. Viewers, please see, it is written page number 13.37. The prosecution has examined 27 witnesses before me, and they are as under. Please find here, right? Muslim Niyamat Sheikh, Mannu Khan, Muhammad Kalim, Malay Beg, Balu Lakshman, Francis Dehman, etc., etc. And it's such a long list, viewers. This is another full page of witnesses, viewers. This whole page of witnesses. I'll tell you, I don't have a point of quarrel. N Singh, I don't have a point of quarrel. But the nation wants to know this, that where on earth is Kamal Khan? Please tell me tonight, how did Kamal Khan disappear? Is he not critical to the evidence? Should he not have been cross-examined?
Was he there?
Of course he was there.
You can't cross-examine.
Yes,
he must have been examined.
Yes, he was there.
Police to find out.
No, he was.
Is there a part of the evidence that he was there?
Yes, please, he was there.
No, I'll come on this. Arnab,
1 second, I'll read out now. I
have moved this perjury petition in which, I will tell, his statement is there by police recorded on 5th October 2002. His name is there in the witness list, number 47. He gave a bond in the magistrate court of 5,000 that he will come and depose. He asked for permission to go to London as his mother was ill. And now he's violated the bond provisions. The police did not issue a notice to bring him back because he's the only eyewitness alive. Mahathre is dead.
So we are closing the case tomorrow without cross-examining Kamal Khan? One second. Therefore tonight. And I know these questions will be uncomfortable to a lot of people.
He's coming to me.
N Singh. N Singh, bottom line is this. Consider it very, we're closing the case tomorrow without finding where is Kamal Khan. And I'll now read out. You said, no, some people said, how do you know Kamal Khan was in the car, right? Now, I don't know who Kamal Khan is. Mr. Kamal Khan, actually, if you have any sense of morality left in you, please come back and own up as to what you did. You can call the program live, we'll talk to you. Because I feel to close the case, you're closing the case tomorrow. I don't want to pass judgment on what's happened. You close the case without cross-examining Kamal Khan. Page number 3, session score 240/213. I've read this in 90 minutes today. I've gone through every page. It is written out here. 5-6 references to Kamal Khan, ladies and gentlemen. 3 references on this page. Please see. Accused was driving the vehicle. That's Salman Khan driving the vehicle. Complainant sat on the seat near the driver's seat. Kamal Khan was on the rear seat. First reference to Kamal Khan. I'm not cooking this up. Kamal Khan, and we don't know, you don't know, you'll be watching this tomorrow, you don't know where Kamal Khan is. The Mumbai police never asked where Kamal Khan is. Did the court ask where Kamal Khan is? Why was Kamal Khan not cross-examined? And by the way, what kind of a case is this? A case in which Salman comes around in April and says that I was actually batting to save my drivers from the crime. Right? Which means, and a case in which, one second, and a case in which, of course he's allowed to. So you have that, a person who emerges there, and a case in which the principal witness has never been cross-examined. Kamal Khan has never been cross-examined. Kamal Khan should be brought. Kamal Khan should be interviewed. Kamal Khan should be questioned. 1 second, please.
His deposition was not taken. His deposition.
Where is Kamal Khan? Who is this Kamal Khan? 1 second. A second reference to Kamal Khan, please, tonight. Second reference, no MN Singh. MN Singh, it's not so complicated, you see. The second reference is... I'm not. I'm asking the most relevant question, sir. That is my job. Where is Kamal Khan? And please tell me, why did the police not go to London to find out where Kamal Khan is?
Of law. This is
why did the police not follow up in London? How many red corner notices were sent out? How many times was Kamal Khan's location found? And tonight, where in London is Kamal Khan? If a key witness in this case has disappeared, is it true? If it is true, what Abha Singh is saying, that Kamal Khan said he had some family issues, he was concerned about somebody's health, he had to leave India. Where is Kamal Khan tonight? And by the way, in this set, it said somehow the complainant Salman Khan and Kamal Khan came out of the said car. So there are he was in the car.
Is it the prosecution story that Kamal Khan was in the car? Is it a prosecution story?
Of course it is.
It is?
Of course it is. This is all recorded, sir. You want me to hand it over to you?
It is in the list of witnesses issued by the Sessions Court.
Then he must have been cited as a prosecution witness.
2008, his name is there.
Now, Abha Singh, why didn't you press for it? Why didn't you press for it, Abha Singh?
Then he must have been cited as a prosecution witness.
When we argued this in the court, the judge said that the prosecution has dropped him.
Correct.
The judge said that the prosecution has dropped him.
It is quite normal.
He's the only living eyewitness of that accident. And you are not even taking his deposition. This loophole will be used in the High Court when the defense lawyers puncture this case.
Look here, my dear. It is not a loophole.
I'm asking again, where is
Why not?
I will tell you this
He is the star witness, Mr. M.N. Singh. He is the star eyewitness who will decide that whether Salman was driving the car or it was Ashok Singh. He is the star witness. And the law says there are Supreme Court rulings.
If this case is sub-judice, can we be discussing this here?
Before the judgment is given out. We were mentioning this in the court, but Justice Deshpande did not want to go into this case.
1 minute. I present the facts once again. Very simply, can I get a 15-second summary? Yeah. There are 3 people in the car, right? There is Patil, the bodyguard. He's dead, right? And there were a lot of anecdotal, anecdotes about how he really went through psychological hell, right, before he succumbed to disease. Let's be very clear on that. True. That's person number 1 dead.
Why?
Person number 2. Person number 2. 1 second. Person number 2. In this case, just consider this. No passion in this. This is just purely clinically. Let's look at it. Person number 2 is Kamal Khan. Disappeared. Logically, okay, Vipul? Logically, Shailendra. Person number 3, Salman Khan. 2 people in the 1 person dies, 1 disappears, only Salman Khan left. Does this not affect the case?
I will tell you what might have happened. I will tell you what might have happened, though I have not gone through the case as diligently as you have done. Now, there are 3 persons in the car.
Yeah, 3 persons in the car.
One is accused.
Yeah.
And 1 witness is dead. The other man,
he's the complainant, Ravindra Patil.
Kamal Khan either might have disappeared
How can he disappear?
How can he disappear?
Listen, either he might have sort of gone out of sight.
How do you disappear?
Listen, or
how do you disappear?
Listen,
no, again, how do you disappear?
Oh my God, let me complete.
No, please tell me, how do you disappear?
Listen, or he might have been dropped by the prosecution.
Why dropped by the prosecution?
It is if the prosecution is able to establish its case by examining one witness, it is enough.
He gave
out of 10, out of 10 or 100 witnesses, it is not necessary that you must examine all the witnesses.
Maybe he was
to establish the case. No. You see, it is entirely up to the prosecutor to know.
He is the star witness. He is the star witness.
But the prosecution has been.
311 CRPC says that the
I want to understand. I want to understand this. I want to understand how the police functions in this country.
It is not the police.
I'm sorry.
It is not the police, my dear.
Of course it is the police, sir.
Court process.
So I'm asking you if it's a court process, then I want to ask you. No, N Singh, please tell me tonight.
He gave a bond to say
I believe every Indian watching the program tonight believes in justice.
There is a complete misunderstanding about the law and the legal process.
Because they wanted to help Salman. Because the star witness would have
Abha, you are the lawyer. You are the lawyer. Now let me talk to you as a police officer, you and me. As a lawyer and a police officer.
We have read the papers, Mr. N Singh. I will be happy if you read the bond which Kamal Khan has given.
I will tell you.
Please read the papers. That why is Kamal Khan not there?
I do not
dispute. You just reply. Why this?
Why is Kamal Khan not? Where is Kamal?
I do not dispute that Kamal Khan has been dropped.
You were there in the police when this case happened.
Why has it been dropped?
Let me tell you.
You were there in Mumbai police when all this happened.
Let me tell you.
No, M. N. Singh, tell me one thing. I have one question for you. I need to ask you this. No, M. N. Singh, please tell me.
Don't spread misunderstanding about the police.
I'm not. I'm asking questions. This is not a relevant question.
Arnab,
yes.
The agency which prosecutes the case.
No, these are the blessings. These are the perjury, which is not. These are the facts.
Abha, let him speak. Okay, Abha, to be fair, let him speak. Let's listen to him. At 10:30, we extended the debate. Half an hour beyond. Yeah, please.
He has an answer, so let's listen to him.
In the court, the case is entirely in the hands of the prosecutor, that is the lawyer of the police, and not the police. Police does not decide who to be examined in the court, who not to be examined. It is the prosecutor who decides who to be.
Listen, there's a lawyer for the. So this is who aids. No, one second. The lawyers. 1 second, sir.
Yeah.
1 second. The lawyers aid the prosecution.
Yeah.
The lawyers aid the prosecution.
No, lawyers.
The lawyers aid the prosecution. Or the prosecution aid the lawyers? Please answer my question.
The prosecutor is an officer of the court, and he conducts the prosecution on behalf of the court.
Okay.
He is not representing the police.
Okay, then my question.
Police is only an investigating agency. This is the legal position.
This is a hyper-technical argument. My question is,
but you are spreading a lot of misunderstanding.
Sir, 1 second. There is a person called Sharad Bapu Borade. No, 1 minute. There's a person called Sharad Bapu Borade. Allow me to say one thing. Allow me one point.
One last thing you must allow.
Yeah, okay.
Now, out of 10 witnesses might have been cited by the police in the charge sheet, it is entirely up to the prosecutor to decide how many are necessary to be examined. If you are able to prove the case by examining one or two witnesses, why should you examine all witnesses?
Why? No.
The discretion is totally in the hands of the prosecutor.
I agree. I take your point. No, one second. So the argument 10:31 p.m. Viewers, please tell me what you think.
And in this case, the case has been proved by whatever witnesses were examined. What is your argument and what is your quarrel?
Okay, argument being made.
What's your quarrel?
I have no quarrel.
The case has been proved and convicted.
Have I ever had quarrels? I only have questions. Yeah. My next question is, allow me, Abha, may I please come into this quarrel and ask my question?
The perjury issue needs to be decided.
Abha, 1 minute. 10:31 p.m., right? A lot of viewer responses are coming in on this question of where is Kamal Khan.
And what's the legal position?
Sir.
Everybody does not know the law.
Sir.
So you have got to teach them and you got to make them understand.
I have some common sense. I think the viewers tonight have some common sense. The commonsensical question is, by the way, please, sir, let's not be so patronizing of the viewers.
There is a person known as the criminal procedure code.
Listen. There is a carrier. There is a person called Sharad Bapu Borade. Okay? He's prosecution witness number 21. What is his job? He takes the blood sample, carries it to the Kalina laboratory. Whether by bike or elsewhere, he is the carrier. Right? That's all. He takes the blood sample from X to Y. Okay? He's very important for the police and the prosecution. He has to be presented. Okay? But not Kamal Khan, who's in the car. He can disappear for 13 years. I want to understand. This doesn't add up for me. One more question, sir. Please remember this, sir, 1 second. There is another person, prosecution witness number 12, Kalpesh Sarju Verma.
You are learning something.
What is his job? What is his job, sir? He is working as a parking assistant in JW Marriott. A parking assistant in JW Marriott. Right? Somewhere incidentally linked by the time Salman went in or out. Very important to the Mumbai police, right? He has to be, he has to be questioned. One second, his evidence is important. Well, is he a bigger eyewitness than Kamal Khan who's sitting inside the car? Is he a bigger eyewitness than Kamal Khan who's sitting inside the car? My question is, sir, is he a bigger eyewitness? Can there be after? Sir, tell me one thing. Sir, tell me logically, sir, the person who is there at the moment of the incident. There are 3 people, sir, besides the victims who died. There are 3 people who are there who have seen through and through the incident. One person is Patil dead.
I know.
Second person is Kamal Khan missing. Yes. And third person is Salman Khan.
Let me tell you.
If it is important, I'll just wrap it up. If it is important to question Salman Khan and to cross-examine him, why is it not important to know where Kamal Khan is on this planet?
I will tell you what might have happened. It's just a guess.
Okay,
let me tell you.
What's
Kamal Khan, the prosecution must have come to know that Kamal Khan has already won over by the defense. And therefore he is not likely to support the prosecution witness. How can I examine a witness who is going to speak against me? Sir, it's very common sense. You are going to... You
need to prove him wrong with your facts.
You are going to shoot a bullet in your own leg.
You need to prove... So did Salman... Was Salman Khan assisting the police? Was Salman Khan assisting the police?
You are a very good anchor, one of the best in the business, but do not become a policeman.
Shouldn't the court have been called for it?
I'm just applying common sense in this case. And all the viewers are asking tonight, where is
Kamal Khan had already been won over by the defense.
No, shouldn't the court have asked the question?
Bharat.
Shouldn't the court have asked the question to either defense or prosecution? If there's a guy present in the car, why don't one of you call him?
The way to do it...
Why didn't the judge call for it?
I know the way to do it...
Lot of witnesses were not raised by the police.
The way to do it... Once Kamal Khan appears as a defense witness, the prosecution has the right to cross-examine him. And he must have been cross-examined by the prosecution. Just to clear his lies that he is speaking a lie.
No, he is not even deposed. He has only given a statement in front of Mumbai police. His deposition was not taken. He gave an undertaking that I will come and depose. But the prosecution did not call him.
Arnab is saying that he was examined.
I'm only asking a question. It's a normal question, may or may not be relevant, but at the same time, let me say this. Irrespective of the Kamal Khan question, which is a relevant commonsensical question, I would summarize this by saying that this is a fantastic judgment. It is comprehensive and it is objective. Let me also say tomorrow that whatever the judgment on the bail, no inference can either be said that the judges will be influenced this way or that. This proves that as far as the courts are concerned, they do their job as is required as per the law. About what the police has done, Mr. N Singh, I don't know in this case why they didn't go after Kamal Khan. That's a little grey area for me.
Police have done a fantastic job, and it has not spared Salman Khan despite his prominence.
That is why it was delayed by 3 years.
Police have proved the case. You do not understand. When this case happened, I was the police commissioner of Bombay.
At this point,
and at that time, what was the media hue and cry going on?
All kinds of why are we bringing back media?
No, a section of the media wanted media influence.
I hope not.
We did not agree to that.
I hope not.
We were very fair. And it was a very fair investigation.
I hope
a fair trial.
The media cannot.
The result is before everybody to say.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm wrapping this up.
Compliment the Bombay police.
Tomorrow, 9 a.m. onwards, we have live coverage on this big event, right? And let's see what happens. We are going to report fair and square. We have maximum reporters, 25 journalists on the ground following the story. Live coverage tomorrow on a day which is very important for Salman Khan, also from the point of view of the precedent being set. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.